go to our next presenter,
Thank you very
Dr.
much.
Khalid Alzebdeh, for a paper entitled New Synthesis Routes Towards Enhanced Interfacial Bonding in Biocomposite. May I welcome Dr. Khalid?
Dr. Khalid is already here in the room, but he requested that we play his recording because he's having some problem with the internet connection. So I will share the recording from my side.
Okay. Okay, let's hear a video version of Dr. Khalid. Dr. Khalid is here.
Okay.
So, after the video, if participant have a question, kindly put your question inside in the chat box.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you see the screen?
Okay, now sharing. Okay, you can start.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Yes, we can see the screen.
Hello, everybody. My name is Khalid Alzebdeh. I am Associate Professor at Sultan Qaboos University, Department of Mechanical and Industrial Engineering. So the title of my talk for today is the New Synthesis Routes Toward Enhanced Interfacial Bonding in Biocomposites. First, I would like to acknowledge my BSc students, Mahmoud Nassar, who worked on this project as part of his BSc studies. So as introduction, we know that composite materials constitute a significant proportion of engineering materials due to its performance and properties. However, natural fiber reinforced composites have emerged as a subclass of composites which have also good performance and lower cost and obvious benefit of like being friendly or eco-friendly to the environment. So people now thinking to start using it as alternative to synthetic polymer-based composites for its obvious benefits. So it actually biocomposites now emerged as materials to make products in several industries like automotive, furniture, and construction, due, as we mentioned, to its low cost and eco-friendly characteristics. So here we focus in our study in extracting natural fibers from date palm agro-residues. Since here in the Gulf region and the Middle East, so the plenty of date palm residues are generated per year, so that can be used for some to make new material rather than burning it. So different parts of the date palm tree can use to extract fibers with as this conclusion or result confirm that date palm annual production of natural fiber by far more than other type of natural fibers extracted from different type of trees at competitive price. So the objective of this study actually to develop a new chemical process to enhance the performance of natural fillers when it stands as a standalone product or will be mixed to make biocomposites with polymer. So in this study we are using neat polypropylene as a matrix. So we'll develop new functionalization processes to enhance the chemical cross-linking between this polymer and the filler from date palm tree agro-residue. So then we'll develop a process to fabricate this type of biocomposite and will characterize its properties, and mainly here will present only some of the mechanical properties. So the treatment process actually for the filler start by extracting or collecting the date palm vessel from a local farm and trimming it, and by water retting, so to extract the raw fiber without any treatment. So here we develop a new treatment process based on two heat sources. from conventional heating using oven or accelerated heating using electrical microwave. So we were able to improve the mechanical properties of the extracted fiber after doing it like 5 folds in like tensile strength. So that can be, as I mentioned, used as standalone product or can be grinded to in a powder form to make a biocomposite. So here, like more illustration of the multi-step chemical treatment. So for the extracted fiber, so we like apply 3 steps in strict order. So each step has some specific goal to achieve. So first one is surface dewaxing to remove wax and pectin and other impurities from the outer surface of the fiber. And then we bleach it using acidified sodium chloride, so to further enhance the quality of the surface and prepare it for the last step, which is mercerization using NaOH. So this multi-step method is have been optimized using DOA setup and statistical tools, so to achieve the optimal input parameters and produce the highest or the best mechanical performance in terms of mechanical properties and others, and preparing it to be mixed with the polymer. The outcome of this process have been converted using SEM. So the treatment, the untreated fiber, the surface that is rough, this after surface dewaxing, the pectin and the wax and other bits were removed. Acetylation removed more, and then at the end, so achieve smoother surface with exposed OH hydroxyl group, which will be react with the functionalized polymer later. Also, the cellulosic component have been boosted compared to the non-cellulosic components, which really will contribute also to improving performance. This was also confirmed by the densification effect of the inner cells of the fiber using both processes, as you can see here in the zoomed views here for CH process and DH process. So the inner cells were densified and filled since hemicellulose and lignin were removed, but at controlled proportion. Now to produce biocomposites, so mix the treated fiber with a functionalized PP, as we'll see in the next slide. So you in a melt mixing state, in extruder, and then compress again in a molding and compression molding to produce sheets from which specimen will be cut out to do full characterization of material properties. So then talking about now the functionalization of the PP. So the first route is called the carboxylic acid group. So we'll mix maleic anhydride with PP, so that it will produce CO bond as confirmed by FTI here. So by this peak appearance at this wavelength, and then by doing further hydrolysis, so then we'll also introduce more OH hydroxyl group, and then it will be open due to this hydrolysis effect, and this confirmed by this appearance of this peak at this wavelength, which confirm the successful grafting of PP. That this group COH, it's highly reactive with the OH in the surface of the filler, as shown here, and also confirmed with the appearance of this peak in this wavelength range. And so this is, we call this Eastern bond. And the other route or method, grafting PP using mTMI coupling agent, which contains NCOO bond that will be attached to the surface of PP and will be also reacted, and also this confirmed by appearance this big appearance of by grafted PP compared to neat PP. And this will be react with the OH hydroxyl group at the surface of the filler to produce instead of NCO, this will be converted to CO bond, which is strong bond, and that's confirmed here by appearance of this peak of the bio-composite compared to the base composite here. The third route using the coupling agent IEM, so will also contain the NCO. So the second route in this route called actually they produce what's called urethane bond between the grafted PP and the DPP filler. So this also will be attached to the surface of PP, and this will be reactive. And this also confirmed by appearance of those two. This mainly this peak here, and after mixing it with the filler, this NCO will be converted to CO bond, which successfully confirm the reaction between DPP and the grafted PP. That's confirmed also by appearance of this peak in this wavelength. Those three or four cases, the control or baseline case and the three grafted polymer based cases were confirmed by using CM. So here we can see the bonding between the DPP and the polymer. There is some bonding, but not so great. Here, this is the enhanced really interface between the two after applying the first route, which is the PP grafted using COH. All the same conclusion can be applied to the other two cases using mTMI and IEM coupling agents. But here more we can observe that for IEM coupling agent, not only just cross-linking, chemical cross-linking occurred, also like mechanical interlocking was introduced also, which means that more strength to the interface as confirmed by the mechanical properties in the next slide here. So tensile strength, this is for the base case, and this is for the threshold for PP. For the PP grafted with COH, so we see some improvement in tensile strength, especially at low filler content. More improvement using mTMI coupling agent, and the best improvement was achieved using the IEM coupling agent. So the degradation here in properties are mainly due to some distribution issues of the filler in the PP matrix. So for the flexural strength, similar observation was observed actually also. So enhancement was observed for the three methods, with the best one again using PP grafted with IEM. So potential application for this are plenty. So we can use the treated fibers in fiber form to make further products. Also it can be grinded to produce biofillers, which can be mixed with functionalized polymer, which can be also sold as a raw material also using those methods. But if we can mix them to make new bio-composite materials to replace the wood plastic composite materials, which is used to make products at this time. So more products can be also fabricated like in different industries like panels, sheets, and more. So here as concluding remarks, so a new chemical treatment method for filler was really developed and applied, and performance was confirmed of the fiber or the filler. Besides, new functionalization techniques for filler polymer compatibility was successfully applied and confirmed that to improve the interfacial bonding between the two components. Those coupling agents really have important role in this regard. But also the treatment of the filler also helped in exposing the OH hydroxyl groups at the surface of the filler to interact with the new coupling agents attached to the surface of the polymer. All of these observations were confirmed using SEM. Here are some references which we use in this study, and also we have some publications already published and some in the pipeline which will come soon. This is all for my talk. Thank you for your listening, and you have any question, I will be glad to answer. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Associate Professor Dr. Khalid, for the recorded video. Associate Professor Dr. Khalid is here. Can Dr. Khalid answer the question, or you have the internet connection problem? Dr. Khalid? Dr. Khalid need to unmute. Dr. Khalid, unmute at first.
Yes.
Professor Khalid? Yes, okay.
Yes.
So Professor Khalid is here. Do you have any question? Prof. Kais? Do you have any question, Prof. Kais? Unmute, Prof. Kais.
Thank you very much, Dr. Khalid, for this presentation and to share with us your expertise. I have just a question about when we mix the fiber with the polymers like PP at the high concentration to reach 20–30%. I think that we can improve the mechanical properties in terms of Young's modulus, but we lost the dexterity of the in terms of properties, this ability of the materials to deform plastically before failure. Did you have an idea about this?
Actually, thank you very much for your question, and I apologize for I thought like the quality of the slides and the presentation will be better than what we saw. So, but anyway, so I think the message maybe it's clear. For your question, Doctor, for PP, we characterize several properties of it, like mechanical, like tensile. Those are also Young's modulus. So we like achieved like some improvement in all of these. You're talking about like plasticity. Generally, like we talk about plastics and bio-composites. There is some issue of being brittle, the material. So then you have to think about a proper application. So if you are thinking about being like less brittle, or so I think you have to be careful about such kind of materials. But generally speaking, so like polymers by itself, I mean, it's a brittle material. So also once you add to it's a filler, natural filler, it becomes even more brittle depending on the type and the process and so forth. So as an answer to your question, yes, I agree with you, but you have to be careful about, or you have in mind what you are targeting, what are your application. So if you are targeting something, you have to look at the problem differently and try to do something different. So
thank you, Prof. Khalid, for the answer.
Yes.
Thank you, Prof. Khalid, for the answer. Thank you, Prof.